next one is Sims 4 Hotel. A lot of people complained about Sims 4 Island Living not having hotels, but I'm just like, why do we need hotels on Island Living? Like, those islands are more than just destination spots, right? People live there, and I'm glad that the Sims 4 developers had the respect to not add hotels, because in real life, like, those islands aren't just destinations for us. No, people actually live there and have been living there for generations.
We love America!
We love America!
So I'm thinking like a separate whole new pack for hotels specifically. It will kind of work as Sims 4 for rent, or you could build your own hotels. In whatever world, you could own this hotel and run it, or you could just go to an hotel for vacation. I saw that Lot 51 had a mod for hotels, and I think it was like pretty new, and I have spoken about Lot 51 before on this channel, so I would check that out if you're interested in hotels, because that mod was like really detailed and was really good, and I'm thinking something like that for Sims 4 hotels. The next pack idea, and I'm thinking this is more like for the end of the Sims 4, like Sims 5 has already been released, but I still want to add a few things to The Sims 4.
No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Sorry.
Then this pack will be amazing, and it's Sims 4 Destination, and it just adds a bunch of new worlds and stuff to do in those worlds. I wrote down a world inspired by Paris. It could add museums, cafes, ballet, or something French, like modeling or like high fashion, or you know, just it's more about the world and the architecture, because I would actually buy a pack if it was just for the world. I think that's what the Sims 4 not necessarily needs, but it'll be fun. And another one is a pack inspired by Nigeria, and it will have things like markets. We see a lot of markets in the Sims 4, but I do like them. Safari, the city side. I would love a mix of country and traditional, and then more modern and city. So you could choose, do I want to live more in a village or do I want to live in a city, right? And then also like a wildlife neighborhoods. You have village, wildlife, and city.
I am fucking fuming! I am fucking raging!
The next few are Sims 4 game pack ID, and we're gonna start with the most obvious one, and that's Sims 4 fairies. We've had witches, aka spellcasters, we had vampires, werewolves, we have mermaids, aliens, plant sims. What about the fairies? What about them? Justice for the fairies. I've been playing with this fairy mod actually. It was by spinning plumbobs, I think, but I would just love like a real Sims 4 type of fairies. Like you have like your panel, you could upgrade your skills, you could rank up like all of the other occults in The Sims 4. But then for fairies, you could have your wings, you could visit a fairy world. It could be really tiny. I think that would be really fun. Like imagine like your Sims being actually like small like fairies, and you could have the ability to switch between very tiny or just normal. I mean, it's an idea. It would be cute, it would be fun. Yeah. The next idea is Sims 4 zombies. That one will be like you either live as a zombie or like kind of like the Walking Dead type of expansion pack. You would have to like survive zombie attacks late at night. If you had like a lot challenge maybe of like zombie infestation or something, and if you get bitten you would turn into a zombie and you have to like kill Sims or something. I don't know, it would be really fun. Like I said before, The Sims 4 makes these things funny and light, so I don't think it will be like dark and scary. I think it will be like funny or like goofy, kind of like werewolves. I mean, they kind of made werewolves into furries, so maybe not that goofy.
I'm not a furry. You guys are gross.
But still like, oh, that's like funny, or like, you know, yeah, you know. And the next one, actually my, I would say favorite, but also controversial, and that's Sims 4 natural disasters. I'm thinking floods, I'm thinking tornadoes, I'm thinking, because you do already have earthquakes. I think tsunami will be like a little too insensitive. But the idea will basically be like, depending on your role type, a natural disaster could occur. So Willow Creek will have floodings, which again is quite insensitive because of Hurricane Katrina. They can make it like, you know, not that dark. And I think it will add realism. I think The Sims 4 does lack more of a darker aspect. We have this water tool in Sims 4 where you can flood your house. And I was just like, why don't they just make it so that if there's like a storm, the channels actually in Willow Creek rise, and eventually if it's too much they would just flood, and yeah, like your whole neighborhood would have a layer of water. I think that would be really interesting. And I'm thinking for Oasis Springs it will be a tornado, and San Myshuno has earthquakes, maybe a tsunami, but no. That's too dark.
No. I said no. You can kill all that right now.
Oh, something interesting, wildfires. The Sims 4 doesn't shy away from fire, so I'm thinking like, what if it has like wildfires, right? They do happen in real life and it's devastating, but The Sims 4 could like use this opportunity to, number one, spread awareness through the pack, and number two, use profits from that pack as donations to actual natural disaster relief funds. That would be, I think, beautiful. Yeah. And the next two are just like simple stuff packs. The one is Sims 4 Sporty Living. I do a lot of living. I mean, the Sims 4 loves packs with living after it. So I have Sims 4 Sporty Living. It basically just adds a bunch of sporting activities. I'm thinking skateboarding, I'm thinking baseball, I'm thinking tennis, you know. Or they could actually make this into an expansion pack, now that I'm talking about it. Yeah, I think this would be more interesting as an expansion pack, like adding a bunch of new sports, because they did add like a whole new pack for snow sports. So I think it will be really interesting. I'm thinking for like a sport pack like the south of France, and it would be like really fancy, and it would be like tennis, like a tennis club, or like golfing. Oh, golfing. Oh, I'm thinking, you know, our brain is working. Yeah, because the Sims, they either separate sports into stuff packs or expansion packs, but I think this would be interesting as an expansion pack. Skateboarding, I wish they added skateboarding for high school years, but I can make a whole separate video about high school years and how they wasted that whole pack with stupid things. Coming from a teenager, okay? I know what teenagers want. I know what we do, and we do not thrift and go to boba shops all day. Well, actually, they kind of clocked us, but it was lacking. Whatever. And the last one is Sims 4 crafts. I'm thinking... No, actually, I'm not thinking. Oh, no, actually, this also could be an expansion pack. Why am I lying today? Like glass making, woodworking, stonemason, those like medieval, like really classical types of artistic jobs. And I think they can make that into an expansion pack. The world will probably be European inspired. I'm thinking maybe Italy, like Rome, or maybe like Germany, maybe? Or like something brand new, because you already had Germany, you already had Italy, so I'm thinking... I don't know, I'm not thinking today actually. But it would be really interesting, like your Sims could make glass windows, like beautiful glass windows, you could unlock them. Maybe a clothes maker. There are many different jobs and crafts and that type of gender appropriation, or whatever Rihanna said.
And non-binary people of all gender appropriations.
But actually, that's it for today's video. These are just ideas. The Sims 4, if you're ever watching this, and I'm 100% sure that you're not, if you are, please steal these ideas, because why did you add a whole pack for intercourse, if you will? Really? Was that necessary? We don't even have bands and musical artists. Come on, Neil. But that's gonna be it for today's video. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you guys want to, and I'll see you guys in my next video, hopefully. So again, thank you and bye.